I'm selecting Dr. Ja Morant.
Oh, nice.
Guns.
Yeah. All right. Episode 106 of the Fair Enough podcast. We are here in the middle of summer in Detroit in February. It was beautiful yesterday, kind of shitty today, but it looks like it's going to be like 50 degrees moving forward, which is fucking sick.
Yeah, we went from fucking 70 to 22 this morning.
Dude, I left today in a polo. It was like, because I checked my phone, it was like 54. I was like, sick. We're going to have another nice day. Left in a polo. When I got into my car at like 4 o'clock today, freezing my tits off. It was windier than a motherfucker.
Yeah, dude. We had like crazy rainstorms last night, and then I woke up this morning. It was 22 degrees when I started my car. I said, "Sick, dude. This is awesome. This is exactly what I wanted after 65 and sunny."
Right. Should be noted though that the groundhog, if this weather holds, not a liar. Because he, I think, saw his shadow, right? Whatever one means early spring. He did that one.
I don't know. I honestly, if you were to put me on like, are you smarter than a fifth grader, and said, what is it when the groundhog sees or doesn't see his shadow? It would be an absolute, granted, it's only 50-50 chance, but it would be an absolute crapshoot, and I think I would be wrong every time. Like, I would have zero confidence.
In history, the groundhog is only correct 40% of the time. I just looked it up.
Shit.
He's only correct 40% of the time. How is that even possible?
Hey,
Which
that guy's
is really
batting
bad
fourth.
because it's a coin flip.
That guy's batting fourth in the MLB right now, all right? He's batting cleanup on any MLB squad right now, all right?
Yeah, but that's not the same. Hitting a fucking slider and guessing when winter's going to come are two way different things. I mean, every year he says that winter's going to take forever, and he's right. How is he batting 40?
Must have been some fucking long springs back in the day.
Crazy span in the 80s.
What's his name? Phil.
Punxsutawney Phil.
Punxsutawney Phil. Shout out to Phil, because Big Phil was, I think, going to be right this year. So this is in the 40%.
Nice. Bumping those numbers up.
Yeah. Bob in Detroit, Jack in Detroit, Michael in Chicago. We got some Chicago and Detroit kind of centric things to talk about today, but then we are going to get into a little draft. I'm dubbing it the Cam Newton draft. Basically, what the draft is going to be is it's going to be current in the 4 big sports, current athletes that we would like to see in a 3v1 fight.
Essentially non-combat sports athletes. No, I mean, we're not even soccer players, but non-combat sports athletes too.
The big 4, NBA, NHL, NFL, MLB, 4 current players, and then we're going to do a miscellaneous round with just kind of anybody from any league, past or present. So the Cam Newton draft is something to look forward to. We'll talk a little bit about that whole situation too, because it was kind of wild. First, 6? Any good 6 for you?
I mean, LeBron, I think last time we did 6, LeBron was still 23. Or is it flip-flop? Is he 6 now and was 23?
Is he 6 again?
So I don't know.
Can we all just agree that GOAT LeBron was 6, though?
Yeah, I would say so. Oh, yeah, he's 23 now.
Dade County LeBron was 6.
Yeah. I mean, Baker Mayfield.
Oh, yeah, that's a good 6.
Is a hot 6.
Is there any good NFL,
first of all,
more NFL
smoking
guys?
Jay Cutler.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's your GOAT number 6.
That is your GOAT right there. Smoking Jay Cutler. Any hockey 6?
I was going to say, dude, hockey, we were talking about this the other day. Like, low numbers in hockey are, like, no longer.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even think of a number 6 if I tried.
No, I don't have a good pull for even an old hockey 6 that somebody that was, like, sick.
There aren't a lot of... I feel like the only single-digit people rock now is 8.
Well, I do
that's kind of what we were saying.
I do think we've come to the conclusion that a lot of those lower numbers are retired for a lot of teams. Because when you look up in the rafters, you're like, oh, yeah, there's 9, 7, 5. They're all gone, you know? So.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why, but I don't know.
Any good
Did we
MLB
retire 5?
six?
Oh,
Oh, what'd you say, Jack?
did we retire 5?
No, we don't have 5 retired. No, Lindstrom's not up there. No,
Mm,
wait. I
he
don't know.
very
Look
well
that up.
could be.
You look that up. You look that up.
I,
Any good?
MLB, I can't think of anyone in MLB either.
There's got to be some good MLB sixes out there. I feel like. I don't know.
I don't know.
Chime in the comments.
Jackie
Tell us what we
Robinson,
missed.
4 + 2 = 6.
There you go.
Speaking of, do you want to just get right? So we were talking about retired numbers. You want to just talk about the beauty, the fairy tale story that happened the other day, dude?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Chris Chelios got the number 7 put up into the rafters in Chicago. I didn't realize also that he only played for 9 years there.
Yeah,
That was kind of crazy to me.
I do think that his well, I don't know. I don't want to speak off topic because I'm not like a crazy Chelios guy, but I feel like
Yeah.
his main core big dick years were when he was with the Hawks, but I can be very, very wrong with that. 'Cause I know he didn't win any cups with us. He won 2 cups with the Wings and 1 with the Canadians or some shit.
Yeah.
But I just think his presence as a I don't know. I think that's when he was at his prime. That during that his aura, his presence, his big dick energy,
Mhm.
was where it all came. I don't know. I could be wrong though.
Well, people talk about Chelly. I was just listening to different kind of people talk about him on Twitter, different interviews that people have had. The guy was just a psycho.
Yeah.
He was that. People tell stories about him all the time where he would ride the bike and do push-ups in the sauna.
Shit.
He fucking rode the stationary bike in the sauna. He was just an absolute madman athlete. And
Yeah.
everybody talks about him Chelly was the guy that was out the latest at night, but then he was the first one in the rink.
Yeah.
Just a non-human.
Which is, I mean, you gotta have that guy. You gotta have that guy. I mean, I don't think you got that guy very much in today's sports, but back in the '90s, early 2000s, dude, you gotta have that guy.
You
I
do,
swear.
because you'll have plenty of guys back then that will just do all the drinking and then won't show up
Yeah.
when
I mean,
it's time.
think about Jordan. When I think there's a story with JR with Ronick, how they go out and play 36 holes of golf, drinking the entire time, and then he's like, "Yeah, I got a basketball game in a couple hours." He goes and drops 45. He's like, "He took all my money." He's like, "He took all my money,
Hammered.
and then he went and dropped 45 on fucking Utah or whoever they played." And it's these, some guys are just built different, man.
Yeah, Chelly's a special
Lindstrom-
breed.
Lindstrom's number is retired, and
It is
we were
retired, okay.
correct. They have 7 retired jerseys, and 4 of them are single digits.
Yeah.
Just one of those things.
Yeah. But yeah, so the Chelly retirement. What do you think about? I was kind of thinking about this. What do you think about the conversation that must go down? Because he could be retired as a Red Wing too, if we're being honest.
Well,
So, do you think there's a conversation where it's where, Chelly, do you want to have your number retired? Because I feel like it's not practice to have it multiple places.
Yeah, but I mean, no, I don't necessarily agree with you on that. I don't think it's practical because not many people have had careers that make it plausible
Yeah.
to do so like him, where he played 10 years with the Wings, 9 with the Hawks, I think
27 seasons he played.
you can argue that he's just as deserving to have his shit in the rafters at LCA as well, if the Wings are willing to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think it's anything to do. I don't think this has anything to do with the Wings. I think this is just all the Hawks are like, hey, you were the lifeblood of our fucking team for, when they were not that good. There was weird, there's a weird time for Hawks hockey too.
Right.
Hey, this is for when he was with the Wings, it's think about who he was with, I
He
feel
came to the Wings in 2000, I think. So it was right after Right after they're fresh off 2 cups, still
Yeah,
going for more cups.
that's what I'm saying. Like he was an addition to the team,
Mhm.
where with the Hawks, it's like he was the team, you know?
Right.
So it's like it's I think that the Wings, if they really wanted to, they could still honor him with that. But I just think the importance of him to the Wings, or I mean to the Hawks, is just kind of trumps what he was as a wing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I
And I
agree.
think that's why because I mean who there I mean Jordan has his number retired for uh him and them and the Bulls in Miami, which I don't know why the fuck he's retired in Miami. I don't remember the reasoning behind that. Um
That's
and
weird. I
then
didn't know that.
Bill Russell is retired by the whole league. Um I do think
Jackie
there's like
Robinson. Is
yeah, I
Jackie
think there
Robinson retired by the whole league? I'm pretty sure
I
he is.
think so, yeah. I do think there's like one guy in the NBA that has his jersey retired by legit two squads, but that's like saying to me, I think LeBron can have his jersey retired as a Cav, a member of the Heat, and honestly, at this point, a member of the Lakers. Like I think
Yeah.
that if they wanted to, I think you can justify that he can have his number retired everywhere he played.
Yeah.
You know what I
Definitely
mean?
the
He brought
Cavs and the Heat.
definitely
Definitely
the
those
Cavs and the
2.
Heat.
Yeah.
I mean, brought every one of them a champion. You know what I mean? So I don't think that it's unprecedented to do. It's just how many people in the history of sports can really justify it, you know?
Right. But sick night, and
Yeah.
it was even cooler that Kane was in the building. It was sick that Shelly like talked about Kane while he was sitting there kind of watching the ceremony too. That was really cool. And then talk about the fucking ovation that Chicago gave Kane. And I didn't realize that was his first game back
Yeah, I didn't
there.
realize
Even
that
like with the
either.
Rangers and shit, he never went back. So
Yeah. I mean, you got to realize that he only played half a season with the Rangers and he was hurt half the time. And I don't think they even
that's
came to the
true.
UC. So, like, it really hasn't been that long since he's been away. So, I thought it was not his first time either.
Mhm.
But you know, Chutsy texted me and he goes, he goes, man, Blackhawks fans are fucking beta cucks. He's like giving a oh,
He would say that.
he's like giving a standing ovation to a guy that just scored a game winner on you. I was like, dude, I was like, first of all, we're the worst team in the league. We don't give a fuck.
Right.
Secondly, the guy gave us 16 seasons, fucking 3 Stanley Cups, and MVP, constant, yada yada yada, all everything and anything. You know what I mean? It's like this isn't because he was like his justification was like, oh well, Stafford came to town and we booed him out the fucking gym. I said, first of all,
It's
Stafford
different.
Stafford didn't give you shit. He just gave you the tiniest bit of hope for a while. He
Mhm.
didn't play 16 years. He didn't give you any fucking hardware. And it was a fucking playoff game.
I think
What
that's
are
the
we
most
talking about?
important part.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a playoff
yeah,
game. And it's
that's
the NFL where there aren't 82 games. Like the
yeah,
games just mean every game means so much more in the NFL. So
yeah.
it's way different.
And that's what I said. He goes, well, fair enough, but and I'm like, no, dude, not there's no but. Like this is he deserved every single bit of it. And he handled it like a goddamn savage. And then he just puts the icing on the cake. You had to know it was coming, dude. Like it looked like he was like getting off because he was tired, dude. He was only on the ice for like 30 seconds right there. He was fresh.
Yeah.
He was just cherry picking, waiting for
Yeah.
that puck to get on his fucking stick. And there was never a chance he wasn't scoring right there.
No, never a doubt.
Eh,
Uh
yeah.
Great call from Ken and Mick on the Detroit broadcast, dude. They fucking loved every second of it. It was super cool. Guy's hot. Kaner's
So
fucking hot. He's got like 29 points in 28 games or something as of late. So start the new
so
year extra hot.
now you're watching it, right? You're watching this Kane to Brinkett thing happen.
Mm-hmm.
And like I only had to Brinkett for I think 4 years or whatever, but like you're you've obviously had really good players on the wings as throughout your life. You know it. But like, dude, you watch them two together. It's kind of insane how much chemistry they have. And you watch it and you're like, holy fuck. Like every game they've played now over the last however many games, like they both have a point or a goal or something. And it's like it's so crazy. Like now you understand that like the chemistry and like how good they are together. And it's like You don't see that often in the NHL, especially when these flip flop teams and they come back to each other. It's kind of wild, no?
No, it blows my fucking mind. And I really think, like, the more that I've been thinking about it, the reason the Wings are so hot right now, and the offense especially, like, everybody's clicking.
Oh yeah.
I think they kind of feed off of that. Like, the way that
Mhm.
those two play the game is so aggressive. Like, James said it great in the group chat last night. He's like, when Kane gets the puck, he goes into crackhead mode, just trying to get it to DeBrincat. Doesn't matter like how it has to happen. Like, when those two are on the ice together, they are just flying around. And to
Yeah.
have Larkin in between them, like that's an
Yeah.
all-star line. Like, that's just a
Yeah.
fucking
Literally.
disgusting line. So, um, yeah, dude, watching Kane float around the ice the way that he does, like he he makes hockey so cool. Like, he's just
Yeah.
like he's the coolest hockey player. If you go to a game and watch him live compared to watching him on TV, it's so much different. Like, he just fucking floats around out there, like the puck is glued to his stick at all times. He never panics. He'll make a play every now and then where you're like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like,
Yeah.
that was just,
Of course.
but that's the nature of the way that he plays. 90% of the time, the play that he makes is the perfect play, and it was silky as fuck, and it looked like he A, didn't care, or B, is just way better than everybody else, so, like, he doesn't have to try very hard. That's just what it
Yeah.
always looks like, and it's awesome.
Yeah. It's confusing, but it's. I'm glad I hate it, and I said I think I may have said this last week. I was just saying it to you guys, and it really kills me right now because it's like I'm seeing myself root for the Wings, and I hate it
Mhm.
with the burning passion because it's like, dude, like for the last 5 6 years, like that duo was like that was. I mean, Taves has been in and out of the line, like that's all we had, and like that was like my favorite two players, like the Brinket when I was like, this is my fucking guy, and
Yeah,
Kane, it's like he's obviously up there, and you're like, so it's like I'm rooting for these guys because I know what they can do and I know how well they are and it's or how well they play together. And I'm sitting here like, yeah, I'm happy that they're winning, and it pisses me off like to no end. But I mentally can't get over it because when I watch them play together, I still think they're like in a Hawks uniform. Is that
right,
weird? Like obviously they're not. I can see it with my eyes, but like when you see them play together, it was exactly what I was watching for 5 seasons, in the our uniform, and I'm like,
right.
it's mind-boggling, and I don't know if I'll ever get over it.
I think it's easy to be stuck in that trance because they are still so good. And the Hawks are so bad. Like, I think if the
True.
Hawks were good, your perspective might be a little different, and I think if either of them have lost a step, your perspective might be a little different.
Yeah.
But it's
And
literally
this
like copy paste.
it is, and that's the thing. It's the copy and paste from what they did 2 years ago, and you're like, dude, holy fuck, 2 3 years ago, but whatever.
Mhm.
Um, when DeBrinket made an all-star game because of it. You know what I mean? Like DeBrinket's not an all-star. He's a very, very good goal scorer, but
Yep.
with Patrick Kane, he is a fringe all-star player.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
He is.
So
He's not making his own play all the time. DeBrinket's more
no.
like he's just a really smart hockey
Yep.
player. Like,
Gets
he's
in
not
good
gonna fly
positions.
by
Yeah.
you. Like, his shot's not the best in the world, but it's good enough. Like, he's just
He's
kind of
got a
that guy.
hammer, but it's just it's he's got a really good one-timer though for being how small
He
he is.
does.
Really
Oh,
good
it's
one-timer.
insane. His
It's
center of
pretty elite
gravity's
though.
crazy. Like, he can just
Yeah.
fucking find the puck when it's a
Rip.
1-2.
Yeah. But I loved to brink it. That one hurt me. Losing Panarin, which watching Panarin and Kane play together, holy fuck, Bobby had to be
Yeah, that
there.
was sick too.
But I didn't know if I was like I didn't know if anything would be better than that. And then I was like, I love to brink it and Kane together. It's crazy. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Breaks my heart, but warms my heart at the same time as an actual like player fan.
Yeah, dude, I'm psyched. The Wings haven't been in the playoffs since 2016, and it feels like we're gonna get there. This is the deepest the team's been in a long time. Like, that fourth line with Sprong and Robbie Fabry is fucking tearing it up. Like, that's the fourth line.
Yeah, that's
And
weird.
the Caps coach said it last night. He said they have as much skill as anybody in the NHL, which is crazy to
you
think
know,
about.
you know, you know what it really is. I think, and I think this is anybody. This is top to bottom in the NHL. They have a kid in net that is able to bail them out more often than not bail them out. And in the
Yep.
NHL, you need to have a kid that can bail you out more than he fucks you. And
Yep.
he's doing it, and that's all there is to it, man. And then it
Yep.
just it reverberates throughout the fucking system, and everyone plays better on top of it, knowing that this guy behind me isn't gonna fuck me on a 5-hole shot from the fucking dot. And it's like, you know what I mean? And that's what I think the Hawks. I always say we need a goaltender, but I think that's been the wings issue the last few years too. What
Big
kind of
time.
goalie consistently has there been? You know?
Yeah, none.
So and this kid is playing really well, and I think that is where it all stems from. And then you get some vibes out of some players, and then boom, you're in a playoff hunt.
Absolutely. Everybody is able to play a little bit looser when Lyon's back there doing his thing. And like on the 6-game win streak that they're on, the goalies, him and Reimer combined, I think they have a 94% save percentage. And then on top of that, we've scored 28 goals and only let in 10. So like they're just buzzing right now, and it starts, you're right, on the back end between the pipes for sure.
Yeah, which I mean that I don't care how many first round picks the Blackhawks get and how many number 1 overalls. Like I don't care how good Connor Bedard is. I mean, look at fucking Connor McDavid, dude. I mean, he's prime example. Like they haven't had horrible goalies, but
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
they haven't
dude,
had a good one.
exactly. They haven't had a good one, and you're seeing probably the best tandem of players between Draisaitl and McDavid, like damn near ever since like 2000 in terms of like points scored, not
Yep.
be able to pass the second round of you know what I mean? Like
It's a
it's
lot like how we talked about that Bulls team last week. A lot of people will be thinking about the what if the Connor McDavid Edmonton Oilers era. What if? What if they had goaltending? Like what if they had
yeah.
competent ownership? Like what if all of these things? Because I think eventually he's going to be fucking fed up with it and get out of Dodge.
Yeah, I mean, unless he has some crazy like loyalty to like the actual city or something,
Yeah.
I don't see why he wouldn't. To be
Gretzky
honest.
didn't. I don't think he should either.
Yeah, I agree. You're right. But Gretzky won one in Edmonton, didn't he?
Yes.
So at least he got one there. I mean, did he get 2 there? What did he get? He got 3 cups total, right? Look that up, Jack. How many cups does Wayne Gretzky have? But anyways, in other news in Chicago, we actually have some big news in Chicago. That was beautiful. Shout out to Patrick Kane. Shout out to Chris Chelio. Shout out to everything that happened at that game.
Yep.
Um,
Great ceremony. Shout out to
fucking
UC.
shout out to the Chicago Cubs. We got our guy.
Yeah.
Finally.
Why are people mad about that? That's the most mind-blowing thing. Like the people on Twitter that are like, well, they fucking overpaid Bellinger and all this shit. Like, why are we hanging on to this guy? That fucking blows my mind that some people
we
were
gave him
even
a
slightly upset.
3-year deal. Who gives a fuck? We didn't give him a 10-year deal for fucking $30 million a year. We gave him a 3-year fucking deal. Who gives a fuck?
Dude, 3 years for nothing.
For nothing. You're not less than 30 grand a year. What are we talking about? Dude just batted 320 and hit fucking 28 ding dongs and 100 RBIs. What are we talking
and he's what,
about?
2 years off an MVP?
3 years? But he also went like from like MVP to like batting like 9th in the Dodgers lineup, hitting like under 150 though. It was bad.
He's got like really good seasons and really bad seasons.
Yeah.
Kind of wild.
So, and I think that is always like the thing, like because it's so like such a big difference. It's like, well, what belly are you gonna get? Well, it's like, well, dude, he was hurt. He got fixed. He comes back from his injury. He fucking bats over 300 and in damn near in the MVP race, and damn near single-handedly put the Cubs in the playoffs last year. I'm fucking ecstatic. With no belly, no Cubbies. I'm sorry. That team is dumpster fire if there's no belly on that team. I don't care what anyone says.
He won all 4 with Edmonton.
All 4.
Oh, he never won one with the Kings?
I thought he won
in
one
85 and then 87 and 88. He went back to back twice with the Oilers.
I did not know that. I thought he had
with Edmonton.
Okay.
I think he played for like the Blues too, didn't he?
He played for the
was
Blues,
a Blue for a minute. He was I think he played for the Rangers for a minute too.
Yeah, he bounced around a lot at the back end there. But yeah,
But
we got
do
that.
you? We'll get into a lot more baseball talk
Oh yeah, for
as
sure.
March comes on. But do
Of
you think
course.
this move kind of puts them in that? Hey, we need to win the NL Central now.
It's hey, we want to win now. Like we're
Yeah.
trying to win now. It's not like it's not a hey, we're we don't know what we just like what we're doing type of thing. It's fuck that story I was gonna send you guys. It's no longer available. I gotta
Damn.
try and find the video on Twitter. Um, but yeah, I think it's hey, we got some work to do. Maybe work the deadline. Maybe one more year from now. But they're
Mm,
in a situation where I think they're in a 3-year period where they're gonna try and go for it. I mean, um, I think they're bringing up all their Pete Crow Armstrong, like all the guys that are supposed to be coming up. Like I think this is the time they're gonna do it, and
yeah.
we got the Japanese dude. Like let's go
Yep.
for it. So I think so. And I'm happy about it. So yeah.
So what's going on with Justin Fields?
I'm trying to find the video. So today his manager. Okay, here, let me share this with you. Message, fair enough. So just watch that video. So Justin Fields' manager today posted a story of Justin in the kitchen jumping up and down, kind of getting crazy, kind of being hype. Um and at the end he was just like time to go home or something along those lines. Like there's some words that were said which kind of indicates like Atlanta. Everyone's
Yeah,
talking
you
like
ready to go home? Is he from? He's from Georgia.
yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So he posts that, and then Justin Fields reposted on his story, and underneath he goes, "Oh, this is how every special teams player was on a high school kickoff, some shit like that." Um, and then a bunch like that. I think it was just kind of like to like not draw attention to it.
Yeah.
I don't know,
He's a
but
confusing cat.
he is a confusing cat. But like then Poles comes out and is like, "Hey, if we are, I think he said this yesterday or whatever. He's like, oh, if we are gonna trade him, we're gonna let him know. We don't want to leave him in the like it would. We want to do him a justice by letting him know no matter what we're gonna do, yada yada yada."
Yeah.
So it seems like that by time this episode drops, we might have an idea as to where Justin Fields is gonna end up, whether it's
Mm-hmm.
in Chicago, Atlanta, Pittsburgh, wherever he's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm fucking terrified, to be honest with you. But I think there might be some fireworks that happen over the next day or two in the Chicago football world. I'm
Yeah.
kind of excited, very scared though, because I got a feeling they're going to trade
Yep. Your gut saying Atlanta though.
him. My gut saying that he's going to get moved, just because everything that's coming out is like, and polls will be like, oh, polls is like, in order for us to trade that first pick, it's got to be well worth it and well worth it for the franchise and yada yada. So it's like, I don't know. There's some weird foreshadowing that it could all be smoke and mirrors, but yeah, my gut is that they're going to move him.
Mm-hmm.
My heart says, just hold on to the boy. Let's hold on to the boy.
I think
But
that's what everybody in Chicago's heart is kind of. I don't know, I don't know what you're hearing locally, but that's kind of what it felt like at the end of the season. At least I don't know if people have kind of changed their tune,
I think
but
a lot of people have. And you know what
yeah,
pisses me off is that, like the whole Lamar Jackson win. I don't know if you've been seeing this comparison. Lamar Jackson win MVP, and they keep comparing it to like Tyrod Taylor's 2015 season.
yeah,
It's bananas, first of all.
yeah, it is.
The guy had like 800 more all-purpose yards and like 7 more touchdowns than Tyrod Taylor, and he
Yeah,
didn't have a fucking 14-2 record or whatever.
it was like 4
Um,
games worth of statistics, essentially.
yeah, it's like, what are we
It's
talking
like,
about? But
yeah,
like, dude, you don't need to throw 4,000 yards to be a dog. Like, I don't know. I'm just so on the Fields hype train that I'm gonna be sad if he gets traded in the next couple of days, man. But
Yeah, there's
kinda
just
something
different ways to do it.
of course.
We've seen the formula. We've been talking about the formula and defense of
Oh,
Jared
yeah.
Goff for the whole year. Like, it's
Oh, yeah.
not just one way wins you a championship. It's many different ways. Obviously having Patrick Mahomes would be dope, but there's only one,
Yeah.
and you're not getting him. So
Yeah.
fucking use the guys you got and go win it. The Nick
Yeah.
Foles way, if you have to.
But that's the new. I mean, it's open ended at this point, but that is the news that there's some juice around Justin Fields right now, and there by the time this drops, we probably will know if he's in or out. If I had,
I think so. Yeah. I like both destinations for him, though. Honestly, how can you be mad at the weapons that you're getting,
either
going to
way,
Atlanta, and the weapons? Not that the weapons in Pittsburgh are bad, but the way the Steelers are run is just like it's a great football organization. Like he's probably
yeah,
gonna, if you're not successful there, it's gonna be tough to be successful elsewhere, essentially. So
yeah, for sure. I don't know, and I do think that at the end of the day, if they do package him to Atlanta, then um we would probably get their second round.
which should be
Um,
sick.
yeah, which it's like the 30th pick or 38th pick or 39, whatever, something
Yeah,
along those lines. So I mean, I don't want it, but I think Atlanta would be the best package, at least for what they're mocking up.
yeah.
So,
Yep, we're
yeah, there's
almost into
that.
mock season here. All right, let's do this draft. So, Jack, while you're getting the wheel ready, let's talk about what actually happened here
Fuck,
with
man.
Cam. So, Cam had a football camp,
Mm-hmm.
and it sounds like he has his own 7-on-7 team. And what apparently happened was Cam's team kind of whooped up on this other team, and the dads weren't having it. And so at the camp, 3 dads went after Cam Newton. Like, tried, like, I don't even know if you could call it an attempt, but because it just looked so bad. Because they somehow forgot that Cam Newton used to be the most physical player in the NFL for like fucking
10
8
years.
years, dude, and
Yeah.
just dominated everybody and was like changed the quarterback position. It was just like the whole video was so bizarre to me because he was literally like the first 5 times I watched the video, I was like, why is Cam like throwing these kids around? And then I read into it, and those were adults that he was throwing
Adult,
around.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, like crazy. And he was just ragdolling these dudes. Ragdolling them. Because he's fucking Cam Newton. He's 6'5", 250. Like, he is a monster human being.
Yeah. I wasn't sure what I was watching at first. Cause I saw it and I'm like, why am I I'm like, this is a weird like caption for just like a fight that, just like a Twitter fight. That's all you ever see is fighting.
Right. That's what it
And then
looked like at first.
and then all of a sudden it was like only person on the planet that could whoop 3 dudes' ass while still wearing his hat like that.
Yeah,
Look closely,
the hat.
and I was like, that is Cam fucking Newton, dude. I was so
You can tell with the hair, when the hair's sticking out of the
Yeah.
hat, you're like, that's Cam. Only
That's
Cam's an
Cam.
asshole like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. That shit was wild, man.
Yep. Cam stunk in New England, and I don't think he kind of shit talks quarterbacks in the league now, and I'm not here for that because he's like, I know that he couldn't go out there and still play.
Mhm.
But that being said, I'm not challenging him at the bar or anything like that. Like,
No,
he's still Cam
I
Newton.
agree.
So that's where this draft idea came from. So what we want to do is we just want to draft guys that either we think would do well or we think would be fun to see take on 3 just average Joe adults coming at him at a camp or a bar or
Yeah.
wherever you want to fight.
Yeah, essentially withstand a bar fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we're going to do, like I said before, we're going to do all 4 major sports. So you have to have one guy, NBA, NHL, NFL, and MLB. And then we'll do 1 miscellaneous. So we'll do 5 rounds. And let's get the wheel spinning.
If I don't get the ones I want, I'm just gonna fucking quit.
That's fair. I think
All
that's
right.
fair.
Wheel number 1. Thank God. I'm going
Wow.
first, baby.
Yeah, that's big for you. I really wanted the first pick. I think there's definitely a few at the top that everybody's going to kind of want. Come on, keep rolling. I'll take 2.
Bob takes 2.
All right. So Jack 1, Bob 2, Mikey 3. Jack, lead this thing off. First pick in the Cam Newton 3v1 cage match draft.
My first pick in the 3v3 cage match draft is... Wait. Can I do whatever order I want?
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, you can pick your
So I
miscellaneous first. You can
take
pick
my
your NHL guy,
miscellaneous right
whatever
now.
you want. Yeah, hit it.
100% taking my miscellaneous right now. Michael Vick.
That's a wild pick.
We're not talking
Michael
about fucking
Vick.
3 dogs here, kid. We're talking about
Dude, he's got regardless of the area of fighting, he has a history in it. What better guy?
So what do you think Vic's strategy would be? Do you think Vic's strategy would sort of be like ninja, like literally not get touched?
I think
Because I think he
bring
could do
dogs
that.
with him.
Oh, you think the dogs are a factor, so that's his weapon of choice?
Yes. You can't
Alright.
have Michael Vick without a couple dogs.
No, I agree.
Hey, listen, every single one of my picks, except maybe one, is the most stereotypical reason on the planet. So I have no problem with whatever reasoning you come up with.
Same. Yeah, mine are just units of men. That's what my guys are. All my picks are just gonna be fucking units. I like that though, Jack. Outside the box. I wasn't really thinking on Mike Vick. Mike Vick and the dogs.
Mike
First
Vick
pick off
and
the
the
board.
dogs. What do you say? What do you do?
All right, I'm gonna go.
That's hilarious. Mike Vick and the dogs.
I'm gonna go NFL. Fuck. Do I want to go NFL? Nah, I'm gonna take my NHL guy first, just because I think everybody's gonna kind of want this guy. I'm going Ryan Reeves.
Damn it. Great pick.
I'm going with Revo.
I thought that
Guy's
was
an absolute menace.
I thought that was too obvious. I went a little bit off the beat path NHL, but Ryan Reeves was also my first thought, but I refused.
Yeah.
I was never going to go with him.
So Reeves, I only really picture Reeves in like the parking lot of a bar. I think that's the perfect setting for his fight, and I want guys coming at him. I don't want it one at a time. I want all 3 of them, just like the Cam Newton fight was, and I just want Revo just picking people off one at a time with a fucking fist to the temple.
So I picture Reeves where it's a scenario where he's actually, whether it's sanctioned or not, he's in some sort of organized, like, all right, me and you are about to fight.
Mm-hmm.
And then he starts whooping ass. And the
Mhm.
dude's buddies are like, no, we ain't letting this happen. And he's alone only. And they come at him and he starts whooping everybody else's ass at the same time, though. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it starts 1v1. And then all of a sudden, people are like, well, we can't have this fucking colored come in and fucking take our guy out. And he beats the fuck out of all
of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way I see it, too. I see, like, baggy jeans, for some reason, like a gray V-neck T-shirt on Reeves. I don't know why. And then just a big-ass gold chain.
Maybe
and
a
then
pair of Pit Vipers
the fuck
on.
out of all of them. Yeah, maybe a pair of Pit Vipers backwards hat.
I like it.
But yeah, first pick, Ryan Reeves.
You know what, Bob? After we're done, I want to tell you who I thought you were gonna pick just out of relevance, but we'll go from there eventually.
Okay.
Great pick. I'm gonna go NBA. Saginaw's finest.
Damn it, dude! I hate you. I knew I should have taken him.
Draymond Green. I've seen him punch Jordan Poole in the face. It's legit. I've seen him choke motherfuckers out. It's legit. I mean, when you could take out Rudy Gobert and choke his ass out, and Karl Anthony Towns is sitting in the background not helping, you know he's a scary motherfucker. So,
And he is not afraid to get dirty. Guys will kick you in the sack 100% of the time.
He'll fucking bite you. He don't give a shit.
Damn it, dude. That was literally like, I was like, should I just pick Draymond here or should I just go Reeves?
Well,
I was like, Draymond is definitely going to get picked.
Definitely. And you said NFL first, and then I was like, all right, fuck yeah. And then you pivoted. I'm like, fuck. And then you went NHL. I was like, yeah.
Well, I quick thought about NFL. I was like, that's too easy. Like, there's so many NFL guys. Like, that's probably the deepest category. So,
yeah,
I wanted to pivot off of that. But fuck, that's a great pick. Day is Saginaw's finest, dirtiest. He could easily take 3 dudes and probably has taken 3 dudes in a fight before.
Yeah, definitely.
I had to guess.
And then I'm going to circle back with just purely out of size, athleticism, and potential martial arts background.
Oh, God.
And I'm going to go with Shohei Ohtani of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Smart.
I mean, there's no way that guy doesn't have some sort of karate in him.
he was on my list. Yeah, I was thinking the whole time. I was like, yeah, there's some sort of a Mr. Miyagi thing to him where I'd love to see his big ass in a gi.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't know if they make them big enough for guys like that, but
it's like the dude from Rush Hour 3. That's what I picture Ohtani as. The giant dude in the dojo that they run into.
Oh, that's fucking funny, dude. I'm just gonna let you guys know that every one of my picks is gonna be playfully racist. I'm just saying.
I love that. That's kind of what it is, though, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I can just like the Rush Hour 3 thing. I can't get that out of my head now. I picture like Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker spinning around while he's got the bamboo thing in his hand. He's literally like holding them both up with one arm.
Yeah.
That's Shohei. He's beating the fuck out of people at your local beat-ups.
At your local beat-up, baby.
All right. Damn. I got to get a heavy hitter and quick. I'm going to take my MLB guy now, too, and I'm going to go with Aaron Judge.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
just a mountain of a human being. I don't know how, like, aggressive he is, but for whatever reason, and I've always thought this, his face doesn't look like one that could get punched and it would make a difference. I think it would just fucking like slide right off him. I think he's just got a stone face. He just looks like a stone human being.
That's fair.
And he's just oddly proportioned. He's all upper body.
Yeah.
Just a unit of a man.
Definitely a unit of a man. I mean,
no bat necessary either. No weapons.
Did you guys see that, speaking of hitting home runs, did you guys see that kid from Georgia Tech that had 4 dingers against Georgia State yesterday? Or over the weekend, maybe? He had 4 home runs in one game. Back to back to back to back at bats.
Damn.
Dude, not to trump your story, did you see that chick, that college softball player that hit the home run cycle?
What's
she
that?
Hit 4 home runs. She started off with the grand slam, 2-run dinger, 3-run dinger, solo donger to end the game.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Pete's.
Ridiculous. I mean, they were all fucking moonshots too. I was like, holy shit. But yeah.
That's the only way you can top my story, actually.
Yeah, I know.
The only way to do it, and that was it. Hit 4 home runs better than my 4 home runs.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Jack.
All right, is it my turn?
Yeah, you got 2 here.
Okay. I'm gonna go MLB. Actually, no. I'm gonna go NBA.
Smart.
I'm gonna keep the weapons theme, but this time a different type of weapon. I'm selecting Dr. Ja Morant.
Oh, nice.
Guns.
Guns. Guns
See,
win
and
fights. It's proven.
the thing about the NBA is that he looks small, but he's still really 6'4", 6'3".
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, he's not small at all.
No.
Ja's a great pick. Like you said, big guy, good solid criminal background. That's what you want in your fighter.
He's got a decent criminal resume. You're right.
Not afraid to
Perfect for
fight
the
dirty
job.
again, just like Draymond. Like, I love that pick. I think it's a
Yeah.
flawless pick.
It's not a
And
bad
I
pick.
think you got two guys that fight dirty. I don't respect your team,
No,
but I
but we
think
get
it's a
shit
team.
done.
I think it's a team that's gonna win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
If
I'm gonna shaft my roster right now, but we need a team captain.
just pick a nice guy, the nicest guy you can think of, just to throw your whole
We
fucking
need a
team.
team captain, and that captain is a long time pitcher for the LA Dodgers, Clayton Kershaw. Wait, is that where he played?
Yeah.
That's who we're taking.
Your list has me fucked up right now. Why are we taking Clayton Kershaw in this draft?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know this one.
I know so few baseball players. The first thing I Googled was, is Prince Fielder still in the MLB?
Dude, I don't even know if Kershaw's still in the MLB right now.
Oh, what?
Kershaw.
He's gotta
No,
be.
he's in the MLB.
Yeah, he's gotta be, but he's not. Yeah, that's funny.
He's a big dude.
Yeah, he's tall and lanky.
He is.
He's like the Alex Anzalone of the MLB.
If you're using weapons, I mean, it hurt to get hit by a baseball thrown by
Yeah.
Clayton Kershaw.
You're damn Skippy. That would hurt a lot.
I think he could grab guys and like have a couple. I could see him having a couple guys.
Yeah.
Like, he's just a lanky motherfucker.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
probably 6'3" as well. He's
I don't
probably
like your
huge.
pick,
I don't know.
but I respect it. I think it.
Yeah.
For the lack thereof, the knowledge that you don't have, to just go with a guy like that who's kind of a psychopath. I don't hate it.
It works.
I don't hate
Yeah, I know so little about
It plays.
baseball.
Baseball.
All right. I'm taking my NFL guy before you can. I'm going, God damn, who should I go here?
I know. I got two options, and I don't know which one I'm gonna go with.
I got two options. I wonder if we
hope
got
you-
the same ones.
I know. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with my weirder option just because I don't think this guy would lose a fight. I'm going Max Crosby.
Dude, no, you did not. No, you did not.
I'm going Max Crosby. That's the obvious choice.
That
It's
was
the obvious
that was the
choice.
less obvious choice. Wow. dude,
That's what I went
had.
with. I went with the less obvious choice.
Wow, that is crazy. I did not think there was a fucking chance in hell that we overlapped with anybody in the world except Draymond Green. That's
No,
insane.
dude. I'm 100. How do you not go Max Crosby? Like, the guy is an absolute psychopath.
Yeah, and he's a crazy white, bro. I mean, I think he's got his N-word privileges. I don't know.
I
for
think
sure
he
on
does.
that.
No,
but,
I
like,
think he does.
It's-
I'm not
yeah.
telling him not to say it. Are you?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
So,
go ahead.
Wow. I mean, he's invited to the cookout and shit. Come on now. I can't believe
That's
you
Max,
sniped
dude.
me.
That's fucking Max. And he's a ginge. That's the craziest part
Yeah.
about it. Maybe that's why he's so
Yeah.
upset.
Yeah, that's a great
He's got
pick,
a lot
dude.
Got a lot of pent up anger. The tattoos, I'd like to see him fight shirtless. That's kind of my thought is shirtless fight, jeans on, and potentially Timberlands on the feet.
Yeah, like
is how I'd
like a Louis V belt with his pants sag just a tiny bit.
Yep.
Yep.
That's my Max
Shirtless.
Crosby fighter.
These are
For
getting-
sure.
I
these are
cannot
getting
believe
too
that you
graphic.
just picked Max. I cannot believe you picked that. That's fucking amazing. That's how I know we're boys, dude. That's how I know we're boys.
It'd be so fun to watch Crosby fucking ragdoll some dudes in a parking lot.
I'm just gonna take my NFL here because I obviously got to go back to back anyway. So I'm gonna take my NFL here, and if this is the other guy,
It
then-
100% is.
okay. I really do hope it is. I'm going Myles Garrett.
No. I thought about Myles Garrett for a long
So-
time, though.
I go Myles Garrett because I'm going with the Jack theory. I mean, the guy literally hit a dude in the head with his own helmet.
He did.
And
Known,
I mean,
known psycho.
known psycho, known specimen.
Mhm.
This one, like the Max Crosby, I had a bunch of stupid stereotypes and details. This one is just purely animalistic physical prowess.
Yep.
He's just a
Traps
giant
on
human.
top of his traps.
Yeah, dude. I mean, his head's got muscles, bro. Like his forehead looks like it's got biceps, dog. Like
You know
he's
what
just
throws me off?
crazy.
The thing that threw me off and why I kept Myles Garrett off of my list, and I would have picked, he was my third option for sure. Like I would have picked him if you
It's
guys
wild.
both picked my top two guys. But I just saw him, like he was on a Bussin' with the Boys video that I watched yesterday. And it was like their video of when they were in Vegas. Myles Garrett just won NFL Defensive Player of the Year, and he was an absolute sweetheart. And I was like, damn, like maybe this guy just doesn't have that dog in him in the streets like that, you
But
know?
those are the ones you got to be most afraid of,
You do.
because that guy will cut your fucking head off, dude.
You do. It's like when Dave Chappelle's talking about the white guys in every gang. He's like, those are the most dangerous motherfuckers in them groups.
Yeah, I mean,
You don't
dude,
know what it
Jeffrey.
took for them to get those guys respect.
Yeah, that's true.
It's kind of like Myles Garrett if he's acting all quiet.
So I'm gonna go Myles Garrett. That's crazy.
Love that.
I'm still kind of just distraught. And you know what? I'll top it off with my. I don't think you guys are gonna touch my miscellaneous guy. I'm gonna top it off with my NHL guy. Not a known fighter. Actually, the complete opposite. I'm going with the goaltender. 6'3" from Mother Russia, Mr. Sergei Bobrovsky.
Yep.
I don't
That's a
know.
great
I
pick.
had no idea his mental status, but if you're from Russia, you could fight. If you white, you Ben Affleck.
His mental status isn't good. I could promise you that. The guy
That's
talks
okay.
about God knows what half the time. Like he's a fucking crazy person.
And to me, if you're willing to sit in between the pipes ever, you're tougher than any guy on the ice. So there was
You're right.
a no doubter that I was going goalie. I just was trying to find which one, and I was thinking like, I don't want to tip picks, but I was thinking like, let's just go with the tallest one. But I was like, well, let's go with the tallest Russian that's actually somewhat solid, and that's Sergei Bobrovsky.
Yep. Great pick.
I think that checks out.
Great pick. All right, I'm gonna take my NBA player here, and after Day, this was my second pick, just because this guy's a fucking freak of nature too. I'm going Zion Williamson.
Stamina's a problem, Bob. I thought about it. Stamina was a problem for me in this bet.
Yeah, it's definitely, you're right. He's cheeseburger Eddie for sure. But if it's as quick as bar fights normally are, I trust my guy to stand in there and get it done. You're not I mean, he's got a giant head, but you're not reaching it.
No.
No chance.
Yeah.
No chance. And
Jack, are you familiar with Zion Williamson?
I am. I actually just asked about him the other day.
Absolute unit.
You were just wondering how he was doing. How's Zion doing, by the way?
Yeah. Yeah, well, then I called him up. I was like, yo, are you still playing basketball?
Yeah, what's going on with Duke? And he's like, dude, I've been out of college for like 5 years.
So how's Duke?
But yeah, I just feel like Zion, great center of gravity on Zion, maybe the thickest thighs in basketball. So a guy I trust to plant the feet on the ground and get after three young gentlemen.
I think at one point he was like literally the heaviest relevant player in the NBA, and he's like 6'8".
Yeah,
which is crazy.
He's like James Harden when James Harden was fat, except he never had like a before James Harden. He's just after James Harden. He's just the fat version. Like he never had the before.
That's funny.
All right, Jack.
Dude, Mr. Irrelevant has me stressing.
What
this
sports
is my
do you
NFL,
have?
This is my NFL pick. And I have something written down. Oh, do I?
Hockey and NFL.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. I have hockey.
No, you don't even have. Oh, yeah, because Michael Vick.
Okay. I'm going to go hockey first. Just a scrappy dude all around. and Mr. Kachuk.
Which one?
Matthew Kachuk?
No,
Or
Brady.
Brady?
Oh,
That makes
Brady?
more
Yeah,
sense.
Brady's an
Brady's a bit
absolute
chippier.
savage.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a lot bit chippier.
That's a great pick. I'd pay good money to see any of the Kachucks, including the father, fight in a bar.
Oh,
Yeah.
Especially against three guys.
Yeah.
Brady, too. Brady's such he's so weird and long. I feel like he's got fucking super long arms.
I have no clue how tall he is, actually. Let me Google that.
He
real
looks
quick.
like he should be like a boxer. Like he looks like his face gets punched for a living, and he's huge.
You think a boxer?
Dude, I mean, yeah, he
I
just
feel like he looks
Dude,
like
he's
a
6'4". He's huge.
Yeah, he's a monster. I feel like I was gonna say he looks like a shooting guard or a small forward.
I don't know. I just think like the way his face looks, he just looks like he gets punched a lot. I don't know. That's just me though. So that's why I say boxer.
You think he has a no feeling kind of face, kind of like I said about Aaron Judge, where like you could just hit him as much as you want, and it's not going to affect him.
He's the guy who like you hit him as much as you want, and he smiles back at you, and you're like, "Holy fuck, I gotta get out of here."
As you're running, he grabs you by the back of the collar and brings you back into the fight.
Yeah,
I didn't hear no bell.
All right, Jack.
Great pick,
what do we
Jack.
say here, kid? One more, bud.
NFL. There's a lot of ways I could take this. I want to take somebody who would be beneficial to my team, but I also want to take somebody for entertainment factors. And I think for that reason, I'm going to go like in every man's 3v1 fight. Like you accidentally said something dumb and three guys jump you. And by ya, I mean we're taking Matt Prater.
Who?
Matt Prater?
Matt Prater.
Yeah.
I love that. I mean, talk about a guy that's probably been in a few bar fights.
I was gonna
probably
say,
been in quite a few bar fights. He's an every man's man.
So if you're looking for experience, look no further.
Yeah, especially if you're in like Memphis or something. Like a
sure.
You know?
Be wherever you want, really. You could be in Hartford, Connecticut. I bet you Matt Prater would throw down just fine.
Yeah.
I don't think the soil matters at all. I think he's just a dog.
I don't think so. That's
and
hilarious.
Another factor, probably going to be too drunk to feel punches. So, invincible.
Too drunk to
and
taste
he's
this
probably drunk a lot more often than your average NFL player because he doesn't really have to do shit.
Yeah, and I imagine the fight that he's going to pick with three guys, it's probably not going to be three strong guys. It's going to be three guys kind of like him.
yeah, three very regular guys.
But he's just kind of been there, done it, so he's got the capacity, and those guys don't.
Yep.
The Matt Prater 3v1 was not the way that I saw this going.
No, me neither, but I get it.
I'll tell you guys who I had written down after we're all done here.
All right. I got my miscellaneous left. I'm down to about a zillion. But yeah. I'm gonna take a guy that was a Detroit Lion, absolute psychopath, used to put in red contacts to like mess with other people. I'm taking defensive end Kyle Vanden Bosch. And if you don't know who that is, look him up. Just look at the first picture of him. Do you know who I'm talking about, Jack? I
do. I remember this dude.
Terrifying. Bald, goatee. He looks like your worst nightmare opening the door and seeing somebody's dad when you're taking your date to prom. Picture that guy, but with red contacts in. That's who Kyle Vanden Bosch is. There is nobody
without the contacts.
There is nobody on this list of 14 guys that we've drafted so far that I am more sure could take on three people than Kyle Vanden Bosch. I have no doubt in my mind he would be just fine taking on three guys.
I love the conviction. Makes me happy.
That's my pick. Obviously, there's a million guys we could have went with.
Yeah,
that was the guy that stood out to me.
I'm gonna go with an MLB player as my miscellaneous. Real fan favorite. I think I might get a little bit of love in the comments on this one, especially if you're older than 21. I'm gonna go with the old Nolan Ryan
Wow.
because I mean it's just proof is in the pudding. The guy whooped ass on the mound and then comes back and shuts you out for like 7 more innings.
Who the fuck
Yep.
is this guy?
Shut the fuck up.
I
You know
am,
Nolan
in
Ryan.
fact, older than 21 and am not informed on Nolan Ryan.
One of the coldest fucking MLB photos in the history of baseball is Nolan Ryan on the fucking bump with blood dripping down his mouth and blood on his jersey, knowing he's about to strike your ass out.
When did he
And that
play?
from like 1960 to like 2000. I mean, the guy played literally
Yeah, he
like
played
20, 30 years, dude.
Damn.
The only reason why he stopped playing is because they're like, dude, your arm's gonna fucking fall off. But the guy was just a savage. He was just a, you know, he multiple fights on the mound type of thing when people would rush him, and he would stand in there and take punches, and that's why I went with him because you don't see that often in the MLB. So
No, I love that. Great pick.
yeah,
All right, I'll run through these and then we'll do honorable mentions. Jack, Mike Vick, Ja Morant, Clayton Kershaw, Brady Kachuk, Matt Prater, Bob, Ryan Reeves, Aaron Judge, Max Crosby, Zion Williamson, Kyle Vandenbosch, Mike, Draymond Green, Shohei Ohtani, Miles Garrett, Sergei Bobrovsky, Nolan Ryan.
Jack, I want you to just look up Nolan Ryan bloody and tell me it's not the coldest photo, and then you
It is
got
a
to
cold
watch him
photo.
fight Robin Ventura. That's the fight.
Dude,
Look
I
up
literally
Nolan
typed
Ryan.
in NOL and the recommendation was Nolan Ryan bloody.
That's crazy. I mean,
Mike, who was your NFL guy?
it was. What do you mean? It was
Did
Max
you have
Crosby.
another one?
I did not. Who was yours
Oh,
that
you
you
didn't?
said?
Aaron Donald.
Oh, I didn't even think of Aaron Donald, but that's the same realm of thought that I was in
Yeah.
with Miles Garrett. Just a physical
Yeah.
specimen.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
I
a
can
guy that you're not
do
going to
that.
be able to get your paws on.
No, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I like that a lot. I was thinking edge rusher. That's where my head was at for the NFL. I was trying to think like maybe like a receiver, but there's no like Calvin Johnsons in the world anymore.
No.
You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
know who I think would be scrappy and would fuck you up? Actually, thinking about a receiver is DeAndre Hopkins. I don't know why he's
Yeah.
got that
I
reach.
could
I
see
just feel
that.
like his hands are monstrous.
Yeah.
I think he'd fuck some people up.
You know, it was a guy
Bob,
that I.
when you said,
Oh, no. Go ahead, Jack.
when you said former Detroit Lions defensive, you almost when you said former Detroit Lions, you almost picked mine. I thought you were about to. I had Ndamukong Suh written down.
I thought that you might have thought that after when I was saying like the description of the guy, I was like, damn, they're both going to think I'm for sure going Sue here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm,
Which would have been a great pick. There were so many good picks for
like old
miscellaneous.
heads, yeah.
You know who
Yeah.
else I had written down?
I
Who?
mean, come on.
Zdeno Chara.
Yep.
I mean, the fact that
Pretty-
we haven't mentioned Ron Artest yet.
Oh yeah, that's
The
a great
fucking
one.
malice at the fucking palace, just
Yeah.
punching fans.
Yep. Ray
Um,
Lewis, I think, is
Ray
one of the
Lewis.
more egregious
Oh,
guys
yeah.
not on this list.
Yeah, I mean, dude, fucking LeGarrette Blunt.
Yep.
Historically punched people.
Yep. Punch people in the face. The two guys I was down to though was Kyle Vandenbosch
That's
and
a great one.
and Yao Ming.
Yao Ming, what a
Yao was
fucking
my
pull.
other. Yao was my other guy. I was like, who should be my miscellaneous? Because I'd love to see Yao. Just because
Dude.
when you got Shohei, that was like the same thing I was thinking. I was like, Yao would fuck some people up in the dojo.
Yao just looks so like a teddy bear, though.
I know.
You know, he looks like he's just such a nice guy. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's me being racist to Asians because I feel like they all kind of look like they're teddy bears.
Shohei looks really nice too. He's got a
Yeah,
he's got a
like a
face
nice
you bring
face.
home to your mother.
Yeah,
You know.
but I don't know. There's a lot
Shaq.
Shaq. Yeah. Well, dude, the NBA has so many that I was thinking of. Like, even just for like current players, like Giannis, just a specimen. Like, how do you
Yep.
the longest?
Even
Uh,
LeBron.
even LeBron.
Second on my list was Joel Embiid.
Yeah, he's fucking class. You know who I was gonna
Hmm.
if I didn't go with Draymond, I was gonna go with Julius Randle, and I don't know why.
I was like thinking about him too.
He just looks like he could potentially be like a good puncher, but just has more wherewithal to not do so. You know what I mean? Like than Draymond.
He's got a little something in him. It's a twinkle in his
Yeah,
eye because I saw
yeah,
it too. Because I was like going through pictures of guys and I was like, damn, dude, Julius Randle could probably fuck some people up if he wanted
yeah, dude. I don't know
to.
what it was. I don't know. Like I don't know. It just made me laugh. But yeah, Julius Randle was on my radar.
A funny miscellaneous one that I was thinking about taking was Ray Rice. I mean,
Yeah,
guys 1-for-1 punches.
yeah, 1-for-1 for sure. That's
You know,
hilarious.
granted
You
it
know who
wasn't 3 dudes in a bar, but
y- you know who I thought you were gonna take for the NHL uh was the newly acquainted fucking
Kempe.
like yep. I was like, he's definitely gonna take the kid from fucking New York. Have you been seeing this guy, Jack?
Nuh-uh.
Oh, dude, he's been just running amok through NHL teams. He's been in the league for like 6 games, and he is just fighting. He had like 30 penalty minutes in his first 4 games. His face looks like he was battered by everybody, but he's just beating the shit out of people.
Looks like a total frat bro, but he's 6'7".
Yeah,
Jesus. It's a
Yeah.
good way
and
to come into the league, though.
he
Great
knows
looking
his
kid.
role.
Great
Yeah.
looking kid. He's probably killing it in New York. I'm sure he's having a great time out there. But yeah, he was a fun one. Now I had my NHL guys were Reeves, Matt Martin, and Tom Wilson. 3
That's fair.
staple fighters.
Yep, that's very fair.
Mm.
I was thinking mine were like Bobrovsky, Ben Bishop. Like I was all
Straight
over
goalie.
goalies. I was thinking all well the thing is I was trying to like go off the beaten path a little bit and go
Yeah.
with something a little different cuz it's like yeah, you can go with the fucking fighters. But I was like, dude, you got to be a crazy motherfucker to sit and be a goalie. I mean, it's just as
When was the
simple as
last
that.
goalie fight?
Ray Emery maybe? R.I.P. to Ray Emery.
R.I.P. Yeah, it's been a minute since an NHL goalie fight has happened. I feel
Yeah.
like.
Osgood was in a couple goalie fights in his day, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, they were like
But that was
they were
before
happening all the time.
yeah.
Early 2000s, late 90s was like goalie fight mecca.
I'm telling you, it might
Such a
have been the Ray
sick-ass
Emery
time.
fight, dude. Like that might have been the last one because he got into a fight
No
with
way,
somebody.
that's the last one. There's no
I mean, it was
chance.
like 10 years ago, dude. It wasn't that long ago.
It was long ago.
I mean, you're
Sad.
not wrong.
Anything else?
I got nothing else, man.
Okay. That was the Cam Newton 3v1 cage match draft. Some wild picks. First overall, Mike Vick going was not something I saw coming. So
No,
we will we will put. I mean, I think we got to make some graphics for these and let the people vote because I think these are 2.5 very good lists.
vastly different.
Vastly
but
different.
good
It's
in
a
their
very
own
much.
right.
It's a very much pick your poison kind of like ragtag. 3 ragtag groups of fellas.
Dude, the Matt Prater pick. All right, I don't want to. We got to get off it because that shit was
Yeah.
good. That's fun.
That was great.
I love that, dude.
That was great. So look out. There's gonna be a story coming with some ways to vote. And the last vote that we had was for
The sandwich.
the sandwich, which was people had very passionate takes about it, but I think the correct take won, and the C bite was the clear winner. But we had a ton of people voting on that. I think it was a very polarizing topic. And then the B people, it's just come on. Get a fucking life, B people.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
start eating sandwiches and tell me what way you're eating them, because I bet you're doing C and you thought you were doing B.
I
Hope
made
you
a
brought a
fucking
napkin, B people, because you're getting that little bit of edge mayo on your face.
Facts.
I actually made a PB&J last night. For one, Jack, I made one full sandwich and then one with the one slice, fold it in half, and leave both.
Oh man,
And I
half
thought of
DB,
you.
half J.
Yep.
That's
And
real
that,
good.
but I was eating around my sandwich, and I literally was like, I'm the guy, like I did exactly what I'm supposed to do, and it was the
Right.
best last bite I can fucking buy.
And the world's a better place for that.
Yep, it really is.
Absolutely. All right.
All
Episode
right.
106 is a wrap. Love you guys. We will talk to you next week. Peace.
Later.
Goose.